Again, we are back at it on the King Project. This is Chuck Grigsby signing in here to share with you a little bit more of the slice of pie of history regarding Dr. King and his legacy and some of the different things that he was able to accomplish. I'm going to jump right into the quote today, and it goes like this. Commit yourself to a noble struggle for equal rights. You will make a greater person of yourself, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in. I just thought that was a great quote for today that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. And, you know, it's, to me, a direct quote that you can really apply to today's youth. You know, I have been speaking to a lot of different youth around the country, literally, and within Michigan itself, and I've had a great pulse and a great feel for a lot of different things that's going on and what's on some of the minds of some of the youth that we have today. And one of the main things that I saw that was consistent with a lot of different young people that I talked with was the sense of belonging to something that was bigger than them. And it seemed like that was something, either was something they couldn't comprehend, or they didn't really know where to start as far as thinking about maybe bigger issues outside of their daily lives and some of the different daily things that they have to deal with and think about that are important issues to them at their level, but really, again, not above their level in a way where they're a part of something that's bigger than what they are. So that's why I chose this quote today, and I wanted to give you guys a couple of great examples of how the effect of being a part of something that's bigger for youth and how they can attach upon that and really achieve some great things in our time and history and things like that. There was a couple of youth marches led by, on the behalf of Dr. King and his legacy, the marches of 1959 and March of 1958. The first one being consisting of about 10,000 people, very diverse people. This was a march on Washington back in '58 to have people of all creeds and colors, youth, women, blacks, whites, all involved in this march. Was truly epic in my mind, truly epic of a situation to kind of be a part of. And I can't really imagine being a part of something like that. But to give you a little bit of details about the Youth March of 1958, this was a march that was designed to really address the segregation that was within our school system and desegregating it. And that was really the cause of the premise of the march, and really creating that awareness for the educational system and the disparity and the inequality that was going on with some of the segregational issues that were happening. Unfortunately, Dr. King wasn't able to attend this march himself. He was stabbed at a book signing that he did previous to this event, and we almost lost him due to that particular incident, but he did survive. But he was unable to do that, and instead, a person that stepped up in his place was his wife, Coretta Scott King, and she gave a speech on his behalf. Now, this speech and this movement and some of the different things that were going on was very, very powerful, even though he was not there himself. We had some notable people that were involved that really helped make this a success in my mind, and really, truly epic part of history in setting that up. Some of those people that were involved were Roy Wilkins, Jackie Robinson, Harry Belafonte, Daisy Bates. I think actually Harry Belafonte was in charge of a youth delegation that actually marched all the way up to the Capitol steps to try to deliver a message to President Eisenhower at the time, but they were thwarted by the security and all that different things, and they ended up leaving the note there. But I just wanted to show that in that time and in that place, that's a great example of how you see youth, women, people, all kinds of different people coming together and really being a part of the struggle of equal rights and really getting involved and really making the country great due to the successes that came on prior to that. There was another march that was going to be done, in 1959. Dr. King did attend this. He did speak at this event. He did march at this event. This was over 26,000 people that were involved. Again, a very diverse population of people who were marching for the cause of equality within our school systems. And the second march was really more about getting things to speed up, getting things to go, because it was kind of getting bogged down in the legislative system and state level, and stuff wasn't happening. So they decided to march again to really get that thing going and really make some change happen within that. And he gave that speech at the National Sylvan Theater. And I just, like I said, wanted to give an example of back then where youth were involved with something bigger than them, to something that to today is still established as something that part of our history. Another example that I wanted to give you of, seeing an example of how important it is for youth to be a part of something that's bigger than them. I attended a summit today. The summit was called the MBK Summit of 2017. It's the third annual summit, My Brother's Keeper Summit. And it was really an amazing experience. You got a chance to really hear some of the young people, some of the young leaders involved, and you can really see the difference of the youth who were involved in part of bigger things other than their daily issues and other than their daily life, and really being involved in the community, really being involved with leadership, really being involved with the advancement of themselves in a way that I believe now is more unique in everyday life when it comes to the youth and our kids and how we invest upon them. I think we need to have more groups, more meetings, more conferences, more summits like today, to really generate the energy, really generate the awareness, and really give the youth different things to kind of really think about. At this summit today, we were tackling topics like spearheading youth organizing, healing justice, youth entrepreneurship, policy and legislative advocacy, and then trauma-informed mentoring. So, you know, it gave us an opportunity to really tackle those tough issues and really get with that struggle word when it comes to equality. We had some major players involved with there. Angela Waters Austin, Mayor Bonero was there. They're down for the struggle. They're down for those issues that I just talked about. And I was really impressed by their presentation and their passion within this, and within the passion they had within some of the youth that they had invested in, and really are grooming to be our next leaders coming forward in this world. There was actually one particular youth that was there that was doing it really big, and I was really proud of him to see him go and speak in front of adults and his peers. Vincent Thurman, he's really about equitable partnerships and education and community connections. And you know, for a young 24, 25-year-old young man to kind of really step outside his box, be a self-admitted introvert person, I was really impressed. I really learned some great things about him. And he's a true example of being a part of something that's bigger than him. I know he said in his discussion that at 18 years old, he was lost. He didn't know what he was going to do, didn't know how it was going to work out. He got to a couple of different conferences. He went to a leadership program, got a mentor, and he got aware of things that were bigger than him, and he was able to attach himself to these things. And I just think that's what it's all about, and that's what this quote's all about. Commit yourself to a noble struggle for equal rights. You will make a greater person of yourself, a greater nation of the country, and a finer world to live in. Our youth need to hear this quote. Our youth need to believe in this quote. Our youth need to be a part of this quote. And we need to, as leaders, invest in them and make sure that they feel valued and feel like they are a part of something bigger today. This is the King Project. Thanks for joining. I'm so blessed to kind of really do my thing with you today. Today was an action-packed day today. I was at this summit all day today, just getting the knowledge and all the good stuff that I got today. And you know, I just can't wait to share more different things that I learned with you throughout my research and throughout my studies of Dr. Martin Luther King and this project that we're doing for the whole month of October. This is G-Unity Worldwide, Chuck Grigsby. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I really appreciate you guys' support, and we'll keep this thing going as long as you guys keep your support going. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.